if you agree that the vitriol has subsided, then the question becomes, can a weak move be the right one? In other words, if you think it may, you don't mean weak in terms of what it does for his career. You mean weak in terms of some illustration of character. The question is, it seems to me, can a weak move be the right move? Because as we sit here today, he is the reigning, defending Finals MVP. He has won a championship. He is favored to do so again. So if you stand by it was a weak move, but you admit the vitriol has subsided, can a weak move also be the right move?
A weak move can be the right move because it gets attached with his agenda. He wasn't going for his own shine, and that's all it was. He was in pursuit of a championship. Clearly, that's the right move if you want a championship. My point was he's so great, he could have won a championship in a multitude of places had he elected to go there as opposed to going to a 73-9 team with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson as your star shooters. That's my thing. And
See,
I
I tend to agree with
the
that.
balance of power.
I tend to agree with that. I think it does illustrate not a lack of competitiveness, but an admission that he's not good enough to beat a LeBron James-led superstar team unless he makes it. Right, but I'm talking about the reason it's weak is because it seems to demonstrate his own belief that he has to make it unfair in order to overcome LeBron. I'm with that analysis or that conclusion more or less. Nothing against Durant, but LeBron is the best, and But I also think it was a smart move because what KD understood is what LeBron also understood when he went to Miami. And I know KD going to Golden State is 2.0. I know it's not exactly the same. He joined a team, right, and all that.
Right.
But what they both understood was while people like you and I and others in the media will do a lot of hand-wringing and yelling and shouting, not just you, Stephen A., everyone, they shouldn't do this and da-da-da-da-da, and it's weak. They know that over time that will subside, and people will base their opinions on them on the results in terms of counting championships, and that will overcome everything. KD was right in his assessment. So was LeBron.
Well, Max, the dissipation in my emotional position is this. I still stand by what I said in terms of how I felt about the move. But the reason why I don't talk about it anymore is because I think people have tried to parlay that into friction that exists. Man, I see Kevin Durant, I shake his hand, it's no problem. I'd interview him if he wanted me to. If he wanted me to show up at a charity event on his behalf or whatever, I'd be more than happy to do it. He is phenomenal for the game of basketball. He's a good dude. I don't have a problem with him. I just think it's perfectly within my right to have a problem with the move without having a problem with you.
The man.
And I think that people have taken it to try to interpret it as me having a problem with the man. I have no problem with Kevin Durant at all. It's just that for a superstar as great as him, I think that it drastically made the balance of power so incredibly unfair. I didn't like the move, but I have no issue with him whatsoever. It's an honor to be covering him because I love his greatness that he puts on the floor every night.